All right, away we go. It is the nightcap. Everybody's favorite, the Sunday nightcap. Right here on BearcatJournal.com.
It's not my favorite.
Always, it's everybody's favorite.
It's not my favorite.
Brought to you as always. Well, it's gonna kind of be your favorite tonight.
Get to who it's brought by.
Brought to you as always by Galactic Fried Chicken. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Get down to Dayton, Kentucky, like I did yesterday. Time to pump it up. Save yourself 15%. Kelsey and one of her friends, their little middle school football team, was their final game of the season. So they wanted to go to the game. The game was in Fort Thomas, right by Galactic Fried Chicken. They wanted Chick-fil-A after the game. I said, no. If fried chicken is the mission, we're not going to Chick-fil-A when we're right down the street from Galactic Fried Chicken. So we popped in, made a visit to Shane, pumped it up, saved 15%. And everybody was happy. All right, Aaron, let's get going. This is because we're in conference season, and there's Sunday Fun Day. Now we're in conference season. There's less games to talk about, so this is going to become kind of a two-part show. Part one, recapping what happened in the AAC, everybody's favorite segment, and then part two. We now have to make a segment talking about the Bearcats in the NFL.
And obviously, Bearcat Brunch does as well. But
this
is our space.
They talk about it before the game. We get the results on Sunday night to talk about, and it's starting to look like there's going to be a lot of results that we're going to be talking about for a long time. So
it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. And you've created a trending hashtag. Bearcats in the NFL. I saw the UC football account use it. I saw the recruiting account use it.
I don't know that I'll say that I created it. I'm pretty sure I found it, but I've been using it like crazy. I'm using it far more than
anybody. You made it popular, and it's becoming a thing. So kudos to you, and we'll get to that at the end. Let's start with the American Thursday night game, Friday night game. These are the two most important games, I think. Well, we'll get to it, but at least there's starting to be a level of UCF is interesting.
They are that.
SMU, especially for this week, is something we're going to have to pay attention to.
Correct.
And then Tulane is now in the top 25, and they have a win over Kansas State. So we've at least more than at the beginning of the season. There's a little bit of intrigue in what we're discussing. So take it away.
So yeah, Temple, UCF. What a game. What a game that was.
14-10 at the end of the first quarter, Aaron.
Correct.
42, 49, 50, 56 to 3 the rest of the way.
Yeah, it was rough. Final score ends up being 70-13. We'll start with Temple and their stats. EJ Warner, son of Kurt Warner, finishes 24-43, 234 yards, a touchdown. Not great.
Brennix doesn't like the AAC recap either.
No, she's
not happy with it.
She had a low grade fever today. It's her first little baby fever. But Jose Barbone, he had 7 grabs, 103 yards, and a touchdown, leading all Temple receivers. They didn't have a running back worth mentioning as they ran the ball 27 times for 59 yards, averaging 2.2. Woof. And John Rice Plumlee had himself a day.
He did.
18-22, 373 yards, 4 touchdowns in the air, 7 rushes, 37 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground.
He's throwing the ball much better than he ever has. The last 2 games, he's been electric in the air. Now, throwing to a lot of guys are open. Teams are potentially overcompensating to stop the run, leaving their DBs one-on-one in space against USF wide receivers that have a lot of speed. Yeah. But I think we're at the point now we can classify UCF as a threat, a real problem.
He spread the ball around quite a bit as well. 11 different receivers on the day, and I don't know how many of those were in garbage time when the backup quarterback Castellanos threw his 6 for 6
Nick?
passes. No,
Nick? No. Ryan?
Thomas Castellanos.
The third brother that we don't know about?
Not sure, but Kobe Hudson, 4 catches, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Ryan O'Keefe, 7 grabs, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns.
They're looking dangerous right now. And you see again, you get at SMU, at UCF. We knew this was going to be the toughest part of the schedule.
Well, they're running the ball really well. They're catching the ball really well. I mean, they had, if I'm looking at the top 7, I believe, 8 receivers. Along of Hudson, long of 64, O'Keefe, long of 68, Bowser, long of 45, Martin, long of 34, Wortham, long of 24, Harvey, long of 29, Griffin, long of 19, Holler, long of 12.
Holla!
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's wild.
Crazy. Again, it's against Temple, so temper your expectations, but also on a short week, at night, in the bounce house. We don't know what time yet. In 2 weeks, we play UCF, and if it is Cincinnati at UCF, and maybe UCF is ranked, maybe you see that an evening game.
Noon. Let's go noon.
I would love a noon game.
Let's get to Friday. SMU and Navy. A little bit closer than the final score indicates. SMU pulled away in the third. Navy got it, at least back to respectable in the fourth. But another 300-plus game for Tanner Mordecai. And SMU's offense can really hurt you. Their defense, not great.
Strange seeing a receiver, not Rashee Rice, with over 100 yards, as Dylan Goffney was 4 grabs, 116 yards, and a touchdown there. I don't know. I know we're playing at SMU, and I know that brings, again, you're going to get a haymaker from everybody in conference who's not leaving, especially this season. But with SMU not really being a run-heavy offense, I'm not scared of SMU so much as I am the game the following week.
Yeah, I mean, but SMU has that, and the key will come down to, obviously, their ability to convert on third down and their ability to, can they hang around defensively?
And they were
if they can hang around defensively, they can put points on the board.
They were 4 of 9 on third down conversions in this game against Navy. Navy gashed them for 510 yards.
Yeah.
Navy.
SMU's defense is bad. It's not great.
No.
But impressive performance by SMU to hang 40. That Navy defense is pretty good. But I don't know. We'll get into SMU a lot more this week. I thought important for them to get the win. You didn't want them coming in off a loss. And teams generally, as a general rule, struggle physically the week after playing Navy because it's just Navy's so physical.
And they do have
interesting.
They do have an extra day, as it was on a Friday, but Cincinnati has been off for 2 weeks when they match up. Right. So
let's keep it moving, because if we want to get to this NFL thing.
I hear you. Tulane wins against South Florida 45-31. Tulane, interesting. They're ranked, and I'll get to a little bit more about that when we get to talking about the AP and coaches polls. But Michael Pratt, 23-35, 329 yards, 2 touchdowns. On the ground, 16 carries, 15 yards, 2 more touchdowns. Michael Pratt's dude.
He's good. He's very good. for sure. The thing here, I think Bohannon got injured for USF like right before the half, and didn't come back, did he? I don't believe he came back.
I mean, he finished 7 of 8, so it doesn't appear so.
Yeah. So
I don't actually watch these games.
No, God no. That would have been interesting to see how that would have played out had Bohannon stayed healthy. But USF they're coming around a little bit, especially if, hopefully that's not a long-term thing for Bohannon.
Yeah, Travis Marsh came in. He was 7 of 15, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Not great, but not,
serviceable.
Right. And then finally, fireworks.
How about them Pirates?
Memphis is dead.
He did that. The head coach of ECU did that in his presser.
In his post, how about them Pirates?
Scared the holy hell out of people who were in the presser. That's the final 45-47. I know
47-45.
45-47. Memphis at ECU ends after 4 overtimes. There's been a lot of overtimes in this conference this season already.
Everybody's pretty close. Like it's not. There's not a ton of separation.
Seth Hannigan, 27 of 37, 407 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Not a ton to talk about there. Holton Ahlers, 26 of 34, 304 yards, a touchdown.
Both teams 2-2 in the conference. So either team can play spoiler in some ways, but neither of them really playing for a spot in the conference championship game at this point. AP poll, Cincinnati 21, coaches poll, Cincinnati 19. You got to love when you get the bye week bump like they got in the coaches poll. But the bigger thing,
Tulane at 25.
Tulane at 25, and Coastal lost. So, and unless there's absolute chaos,
Chad,
the winner of the American is going to get the G5 game.
Tulane has not been ranked since 1998.
98, I know.
That's crazy.
A lot of things coming back around from 1998.
Yeah.
Like the Tennessee Vols.
UCF is number 29 in the AP and 27 in the coaches poll.
So they're sniffing around. Depending on what happens this week, if they're impressive again, you could see a ranked UCF in 2 weeks in the erector set. They've got at East Carolina 7:30 this weekend, Saturday.
Good for ratings, I hear, to have 2 teams play each other like that.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
7:30 Saturday night, UCF ECU. That could be interesting.
Might be.
Could be. Or it could be a bloodbath. I don't know fully. Real quick, let's get to Bearcats in the NFL. Alec Pierce, game winner. It was his 1 catch of the day. He also drew 2 pass interference calls. 17 seconds left. Matt Ryan hits him on a go route in the end zone for the game winner.
First career touchdown as well for Alec Pierce.
He's so he still looks 12 when he takes his helmet off.
Looks like a little baby boy. Yes.
Yeah. But as you see on the field, not a little baby boy.
No.
And then there is Ahmad Sauce Gardner, who was
cheese sauce
outstanding today in coverage against Aaron Rodgers. The video that's going viral of him just mirroring a defender who tried to put a triple move on him, faked the post corner, faked the corner, faked the post, and then a dig, came back to the ball. Sauce was on the corner, on the post, and then drove on the dig and knocked the ball away. It's mesmerizing. I've watched it at least 100 times, it feels like.
Madden always said, sometimes you just got to reach in there and whap it down.
That's what he did. He almost had a pick six.
He did.
I guess
it was
they
so close.
Down, or the ball hit the ground or something. I
They
don't know.
They called it a dead ball. Yeah.
I don't know that I agree with that. It looked like it popped up in the air and he took it to the house. Whatever. He had another play in a drag route across the middle. Timed it perfectly. As soon as it got there, he used the go-go gadget arms. How many times did we see that here? Him reach in and just swat one away.
And this is all coming on the tails of him having earned Defensive Rookie of the Week.
He's so good, man. Like that Richard Sherman has tweeted about it. Chad Johnson has tweeted about it. Everyone is chiming in inside the NFL community. Like, if you understood how hard this was to do this, you'd understand how great of a player this kid is. And then he puts on the cheese hat and soaks up his first trip to Lambeau Field. He's going full wrestling heel. Like, he's in on it. He knows it. It's amazing to watch. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the best corner in the league, and it's not going to take long.
I'm just curious as to when people start comparing him to in actual conversations, like when is he coming for the best Jet, coming after Darrelle Revis? When is he coming after some of the other? It's going to be very interesting to watch his career trajectory as we're only 6 games into this thing.
Kobe Bryant with his 4th forced fumble of the season,
leading the NFL.
He's got that punch out, man. Bang, right down on top of the ball as he's coming in from space. Seattle recovered. He led the team, I think, 7 or 9 tackles?
I didn't actually catch that stat.
He had big tackle number for the day. He's carving out his niche. Derek Forrest is becoming a star in Washington.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take much to emerge in Washington at this point.
Well, you can easily.
It's not a knock on Defoe. It's just a matter of.
You can very easily fade into Bolivian.
Sure, Washington's just really bad.
Yeah, but he's been playing really well. And then Eric Wilson had a block punt. Travis Kelce. Did he do much? I don't think he did much today.
I feel like he didn't have 4 touchdowns like he did last week. No.
Did you see
Jason making fun of him?
No.
Oh, because that was the thing that happened.
I didn't see this until later today. Earlier in the week, I guess he's somehow friends with Eric Stonestreet from Modern Family.
He's a Chiefs fan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hey, Travis, buddy, I got somebody that wanted to talk to you," and it's Ed O'Neill. And Ed O'Neill is like, "Hey, it's Al Bundy. Famous for my 4th touchdown performance. Just wanted to, give you a shout out for how hard it is to score 4 touchdowns in a game." It was hilarious. It's hilarious.
That's fantastic.
Go find that. Yeah, it was really, really funny. And then Travis tweeted something about it being like a dream come true to hear from Al Bundy.
It would have been almost better if he would have gone with Ed O'Neill's other persona from Little Giants, where he'd be like, "You're Coach O'Shea. You're Coach O'Shea."
But that's the 4 touchdown thing. The Al Bundy 4 touchdown Polk High, that's the legendary.
Just would have been a layered joke at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I thought it was pretty layered anyway. How many people know now that Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns in a game at Polk High?
It's fair. We're old at this point.
Yeah, I'm old. Like, that's not a thing that a lot of people know these days.
I don't even know if kids know, even kids, but people in the NFL even know what Little Giants is, so.
Right. Now everybody's like, why is the guy from Modern Family saying his name's Al Bundy?
Right.
It's Al Bundy. Did you catch anything else on your Bearcats in the NFL hashtag today?
I'm trying to think. I mean, at this point, it's getting out of control.
Hard.
It's getting out of control.
It's so fun on Sundays now. It's so fun
to
keep up with it. Yeah.
I know Ritter, they took a picture of Ritter as they showed the uniforms out on the field earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Just thinking of that one. Kelsey's playing right now, Jason, as we're recording this. So we don't know exactly what he's doing. Oh, Majay had a sack.
Majay had a sack, his first sack. That's right. His first career sack. You're right. You're right.
Just glad he even got in the game, as he's been a healthy scratch most of the season, and he got in there and got a sack. So good on him.
Yep. All right. I think that wraps it up for today. I hope you enjoyed a couple days off. It was nice.
We took a bye
delightful. Week. Took a little bye week. When it's like I told Aaron, the general rule is when the baby sleeps, you sleep. When the team buys, we buy. But Bearcat brunch was great this morning. It was not completely the volunteer brunch, just a little bit. And then we're back at you tonight. And then tomorrow, I guess I'll be here working all night on my birthday. I'm excited about that. We'll see you tomorrow night. This is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!